Hello beautiful people, and welcome to round 2 of your questions answered on the law of attraction with me, Julie Poole. Very informal chat. Grab yourself a tea, a coffee, get yourself comfy. I asked you to post your questions and I've been going through those questions to try and answer them for you. All right, so without further ado, let's have a look at some of the questions. All right, another question we have is from Tamara Beckons on my YouTube channel. She says she's still muddled. She says, I am a kind and supportive person, but for the past 25 years, every job I have gone into, I have been bullied by another female, resulting in me having to leave. I am not a jealous person or envious, but this is the type of woman I am meeting. So I do not understand why I'm attracting this trait. I have 2 older sisters who have and still do bully me through envy, but I broke contact with them 20 years ago. I love this question. I love this question. Please apply this to all sorts of different situations. Why do I keep attracting a cheating partner? Why do I keep attracting somebody who lets me down? Why do I keep attracting bullies? Why do I? Now, Tamara has actually answered her own question here without realizing consciously, right? So she keeps going into a job where there is a female that will bully her and she doesn't get it. What's wrong with me? Why am I attracting this? What's going on? I'm a lovely person. Why are people being like this with me? All right, so this is such a key part of the law of attraction. When you see the same pattern repeating, when you see the same going round and around, it's unfinished business, the same situation just showing up in a different experience, a different person, but the same underlying energy. So for Tamara, that energy is being bullied. Now her answer is there. I have 2 older sisters who have and still do bully me. All right, so she says, but I broke contact with them 20 years ago. So in Tamara's mind, bless you darling, you think that because you have no contact with them, that's done now. No, it's not. Clearly it's not, because life keeps showing you the same thing. It keeps showing up. If it keeps showing up, it's still active. It's still active within you. What the hell does that mean? What is still active? Right, so when we have an energy within us, let's call that energy I am bullied, that energy is active. We can then remove the people from our life who are bullying us and that energy goes dormant. But it's not gone, it's just gone dormant because we haven't got, she's removed her sisters, so she thinks that that's gone now. It hasn't gone, it's still within her, unresolved, unreleased. So consequently the universe keeps showing up a matching vibration, a match to that, a magnet to that. Somebody else to bully you, get rid of them. Somebody else to bully you, get rid of them. Do you see, it doesn't work to just avoidance of, right, I'll just avoid bullying people. You just keep attracting them to you because the resonance, the vibration within you is of being bullied. So that has to be neutralized, not active or dormant, neutralized. Okay, so we need to find that energy. All right, so you literally go into the energy and you feel the emotions of it. Emotional energy can lie dormant within you for decades. It doesn't go off, it doesn't have a sell-by date, it doesn't disappear on its own, it just goes dormant. But it is regularly activated and triggered by situations around you. Now, in the world of psychology and hypnotherapy, we call this re-victimization. There is a study about it. There is so much evidence about it, re-victimization. So what does this mean? I've been victimized in some way. This can be trauma, abuse, this can be racism, this can be homophobia, this can be anything like that, right? I've experienced that feeling. It is active within me. I push those people away and change my circumstances so I avoid those people, and that energy then goes dormant, but it's still within me. And the universe is trying to show me, my inner universe, my inner self, my inner being is trying to show me that that energy that is toxic, that is a magnet for more of the same is still there. So every time, Tamara, that you go into a job and you see that you're being bullied, it's another opportunity to clear it. It's another opportunity to neutralize it. So what you've been doing for 20 years is avoiding it, and so it keeps showing up. Avoidance doesn't work. Acknowledgement, instead of running the other way, which is avoidance, we want to run to it, towards it. We take that energy of being bullied with all of the feelings, helplessness, hopelessness, victim, injustice, it's not fair, it's not right, all of which is true. Every emotion that you feel is true. Own it. And then make a decision, really decide, I am ready to release this. I am ready to heal this. I'm ready to let it go. Now, sometimes that will happen literally within seconds. It will just dissolve because you have absolutely aligned with being ready to let it go. Other times you need help, whether that's a book, therapy, like Unlock Your Block program, somebody else's program, somebody else's book, a therapist. There's so many different ways. You find a way to clear it. And what you will find is once it's completely cleared, neutralized, then you are no longer resonating on that vibration and you attract something different. You've also got to look at the underlying stuff. So I'm being bullied, all of those things that I listed off there, all right, victim, helpless, hopeless, injustice. You then feel the feelings of what does that feel like, and you allow those feelings to literally dissolve within you or visualize them being released from you, and you replace them with I am absolutely worthy of fairness, justice, balance. When it's cleared, you find it doesn't show up anymore. Whether it has been abuse, whether it has been being lied to, cheated to, bullied, whatever it is. And this ties in with JC's question. JC's asking a lot about the same sort of stuff. What about social injustice? What about systemic racism? What about all of this stuff? We don't attract that to us. Well, we kind of do. If you are born into a society where there is racism around you, whether it's for creed, colour, religious beliefs, whatever that is, you are brought up with that awareness of that systemic hatred around you. And so you've already aligned with it as a coping mechanism, as a protective mechanism, accepted that's just the way the world is. And I would love it to change, but it's the way it is. And so it keeps showing up. And it is part of the law of attraction. And JC is also asking questions about things like children born with fatal diseases and war zones. They didn't attract that. That is actually something that wasn't attracted but was chosen on a soul level before they came into this life. So it's seeing that all of this stuff about why do we keep attracting the same repeated patterns is because we have a resonance, a vibration of that pattern within us that we have not neutralized. So we need to neutralize it so that it stops showing up. All right? I hope that helps. Let's have a look at some more questions.